Hi to everyone, this is Davide Mancini from Soundmachines, Italy. Today at Superbooth 2018 we present the long-awaited Arches tactile control interface that is currently under a Kickstarter campaign. After 5 days we are almost at 80%, so it's going pretty good. And we have here the most part of the functionality is working. Other than the Arches, this year we present the black version of the Modular 114, our all-in-one modular synthesizer. And also, you can see it here, the new, this is an all-in-one modular drum machine that is actually a bundle of our successful modules like the LS1 light strips, the DC1 drum computer, and the simple drum module. Basically, you have a pretty powerful sequencer, a 4 CV generator that match very well with the 4 CV input of the drum computer, and finally the simple drum that is a 6-voice drum sound generator. You have more or less 80 sounds to choose from, and you can also do some modification in real time regarding the sound selected, the humanization of the velocity, and there is also a nice gift inside of the sound on the drum module that is a small monophonic quantized synthesizer. So this is basically a small modular groove box. As you can see, it is contained in its own enclosure with its own 12 volts power supply. If you want, you can take it off the box and put it into your Eurorack case. Coming back to the Arches, what you have is basically a very powerful and flexible control interface for connecting to many different kind of equipment. Here you can see the big patch bay with the 3.5mm jacks. These are all configurable CV and gate outputs. You have up to 30 outputs that can be connected to any of the elements that you see here. Apart from single elements that are here, you can see that those are actually the same function of the light strips. Here you have 2 small light planes with the XY and Z pressure capabilities. And then here you have 8 different buttons with pressure sensitivity. Apart from using each of those control in a single way, you can group them to generate virtual keyboards. In this case, we have this part of the Arches that is a keyboard connected to one voice of the modular. You can see here. We put a scale inside. You can define every note that you want into each one of those elements, and this other one controls another voice with the expressivity put on the cutoff frequency of the filter. And so in this case we have instantiated 2 different keyboards, this one and this one. You can have up to 3 keyboards at the same time, and each keyboard can have an arpeggiator. It can drive a different machine, not only via CV but also via MIDI and MIDI over Bluetooth. So in this case you can set up everything easily with this interface. You can see here you have a small map of the device and an OLED display that is showing the configuration for each of the elements. You can also load and save the total configuration of the machine so it can be the centerpiece of your performance. In that you can easily switch from one situation to another by using the two navigation buttons that are here and here. So other two big function of this one that resides on another layer is the two 8-step sequencers, one CV pitch sequencer and an 5-track trigger sequencer. Those are running concurrently, so you enable the sequencer by pushing the function 1 and function 2, and when you come back you can basically continue doing what you were doing with the keyboards, and so you are not losing anything. The only limit, obviously, is the saturation of the 32 outputs, okay? This will most probably ship in July. The Kickstarter campaign obviously has a special price for the backers, is 750 euros, 750. The final price will be the same as the modular, so 899. Yes, in a couple of months we are expecting to go into production and start shipping the first unit. Regarding the modular, we have the new aesthetic version that is just a rework of the old white enclosure. So this year we are presenting it in black. Otherwise it's exactly the same machine, and we are going toward this kind of white over black aesthetics for also all of the other modules. So in this year and the early next year we will go in black and white modules for all the line. Another quick thing that we are presenting, but it's more or less a very big collaboration for us. It's a collaboration with IK Multimedia. We developed in conjunction with them, and actually we developed all the electronic and firmware part of the new Uno synth that is one of the big surprises of the Superbooth this year. It's a very powerful and small and cheap full analog synthesizer with very advanced function, especially regarding the sequencer and the total connectivity. It is a preset synthesizer, so you can save your own sounds. It will have an editor, a very comprehensive editor with more function than the one that you have on the panel, and it sounds very good. So you will soon hear it directly from the guys at IK. Okay, thank you very much to Audio Newsroom for this, and yes, check out the arches on the Kickstarter site. Thank you, bye-bye.